The National Assembly may just have paved the way for the return of expensive loans as it failed to raise the numbers required to overturn the president's reservations with Parliament's move to retain the cap on interest rates in the Finance Bill of 2019. This now means that commercial banks will charge interest on loans as they could well please. But as Julian Samboko reports, some legislators feel the president may have won the battle, but not the war.
To the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 51 of 2019. All the members, we are now in the committee of the...
Pandemonium reigned on the floor of the National Assembly this afternoon as members of Parliament engaged in a push and pull over the repeal or retention of Section 33B of the Banking Act, which caps interest rates at 4 percentage points above the central bank policy rate. Majority Leader Eden Duale faced a daunting task, tabling the case that 3 years down the line, the rate cap had failed to deliver on its agenda.
Mr. Speaker, the Chairman, the purpose of this capping was to address the wide concerns about the affordability and availability of this, and we feel that as we move, it's not in the interest of the people of Kenya, and I agree with the President. I beg to move.
And when the chair of the Finance and Planning Committee took to the floor to defend the repeal, he would be rudely interrupted midway.
The purpose of this amendment is to save members of the public who have loans so that the interest chargeable in the loan will not be...
The president's recommendation to repeal the cap on lending rates was only saved by a tally which determined that the House lacked the requisite 233 members to overturn his recommendations.
The first step is to ascertain whether we have not less than 233 of yourselves present in the chamber before any other step.
Kiambu Town Member of Parliament Jude Njomo, the originator of the interest rate cap law, says the failure to register the required numbers reflects an abdication of responsibility to defend the will of the people.
Laws are created to provide provisions and protection to our people. So if we feel that they are going back to the habits they had in the past, where they were raising interest up to 25%, up to 30%, we can go back to the drawing board and reintroduce the capping again.
Alego Songa, Member of Parliament and member of the Finance and Planning Committee, Sam Atandi, however, says that all is not lost for those who have been championing the retention of the cap on lending rates.
The first amendment which went through was that we were able to pass through our amendment, which gave the option that the President memo would go through, but the current loan holders would be allowed to maintain the prevailing rates. And I think that has gone through successfully. So I think as a committee we have done a bit, at least to shield Kenyans, the current loan holders, from the new rates.
After 3 years and 2 months, members of Parliament have given a green light for a repeal of the law capping interest rates. At least for now, it should not be forgotten that within 6 months a similar bill can be reintroduced, and some MPs tell us they're more than ready to use that window to reintroduce capping of interest rates. Julian Samboko, NTV.